when the ball's out of reach. Hey everybody, this is BK with Masada Tactical again. 2 weeks ago in our last self-defense video, we discussed A-frame kicks or kicks towards the groin area. Today we're going to discuss how to reach them if they're just beyond our foot length. So sometimes the opponent's going to be just a little bit past reach to where my just regular leg movement is not going to make contact in the most optimal manner, and I may have to move forward to gap that distance. I do want to make sure that we understand that it is just past reach. If I have to take multiple steps to gap that distance, the advancing A-frame kick is probably not the right tool, and I should come up with a different combative or a different tactic and strategy to win that fight. If I am going to move, I am going to do a 1.5 timing step, meaning I'm not stepping and then kicking, because that would give my opponent too much time to recognize what I'm doing and how to defend against it. So I want it a lot faster. So as I'm stepping, my other leg is already coming up and it's chambered for the kick. To demonstrate, I'm going to bring Steve back in. So Steve, if you don't mind. So Steve is standing, and the regular A-frame kick is just not going to reach him. It's just a little bit too far, and may have to close that distance. I'm going to open a step, slightly offsetting, so it lines up my kicking leg with its groin. And as I'm stepping, my knee already comes up. Again, it's a 1.5. I do that shuffle, and then I'm snapping through just as I would with a regular A-frame kick. At the end of every kick, this one included, I'm going to recall to finish the fight as needed. So if you don't mind grabbing a pad for me. I'm actually going to demonstrate this from a passive stance, because one of the beauties of this kick is I don't have to start in a fighting stance. Because I'm taking the mini step, I can actually chamber my hip as I'm moving, even if I wasn't ready to begin with. So starting in the neutral stance, I can gap that distance. The length of the distance matters depending on where I am in relation to my opponent. So sometimes I'm going to have to step a little more, sometimes a little less. That is to generate a momentum with that switch. And again, finishing the fight. Doing a quick switch step will allow me to advance and generate a lot more power as I'm driving my hip and body into the kick, making it a lot more effective, a lot more efficient. So if you find yourself just past reach, add a little half step as you're chambering that knee will allow you to still deliver an effective offensive kick and finishing the fight. As always, thank you all for sharing, sending comments, liking our videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on all social media channels, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. And until next time, watch your six.